Let
Okay.
me just stand somewhere secure because we are doing an event, so I'm just going to move out of the way. And yeah, I'm looking at your screen share right now.
All right. So we're going to be going over the staff mentorship meeting notes. This is something we go over weekly, and you'll be seeing in this class weekly. Claiming tickets. Every time a ticket is made, you must claim and investigate. If the player needs a TP, then TP them. If the player is accusing another player of RDM, pull them. If the player doesn't specify what they need, pull them. Always handle the ticket, never claim and close. So that was something I even noticed with you today. Just anything that's not a TP or an I'm stuck ticket, you always bring them to the sit room. You never TP to them unless it's a whitelist. Um, so a whitelist, they need to be TP'd somewhere. So that's like an instant teleport them, then close them. And then you also have stuck tickets. You'll TP to them, unstick them by teleporting them. Don't use your fizz gun, but teleport them out of each other, and then you return. So that's with claiming tickets. Admin chat. Pay attention to admin chat. It's very important that you're being mindful of not just leadership calls, but whenever your fellow staff are doing, there are problematic players around. Ignoring it isn't acceptable. So since you're new to the staff team, leadership will call out that there's a recruit that's joined the server. You should also be mindful when recruits join, and you're supposed to teleport to the recruit in the recruit room and train them on everything in there. So the facings, formations, the commands. It's your duty to do that with new players. So keep an eye out for when new players join the server and when leadership calls for it. Also, if fellow staff need help, let's say there's like 5 minges on the server and they need each staff member to watch one minge, just make sure you're paying attention to admin chat so you can help your fellow staff in the events that happens. ECing, you as a staff member need to conduct yourself professionally when ECing or helping out with an event in some other capacity. That means listening to the GM and paying attention when they ask you to do something. Events go easier when everyone is paying attention. So I'm not sure if you have or not yet, but ECing is when you go to help with the event. You play as a droid or a civilian or something, and the game master will tell you exactly what you need to be doing, and you just role play within those bounds. Make sure you're always paying attention to what they need if you ever were to go EC. And then finally, teleporting players. When teleporting players over large dupes, remember to hover a little bit in the air so that the player doesn't fall through the floor. It's good practice to do it on maps without dupes as well. Be careful not to be too high in the air. We don't want the player to take damage. So uh, when you, when we're in dupe during events, there's sometimes we use plastic dupes, sometimes we don't. It's always good practice to just claim the ticket, go in admin mode, go in V clip very quickly, hover a little bit in the air, just a bit, teleport the player, and they won't take damage when they fall. And they also won't fall to the dupe, so make sure we're doing that. All right. So now with notes out of the way, we are going to be doing the Kahoot. So
Okay, I got you.
pull up Kahoot on your phone. You're still going to be tuning into the stream because this is where the questions will be posted. But
Okay.
the game pin is 600-537. So get that loaded up on your phone or whatever device you got with you.
Yeah, I have a question though, just to make sure, because I do not want to fuck up as a staff member.
Uh-huh.
Am I still allowed to take tickets for things that I cannot do?
You're allowed to
Like,
take
for
any ticket.
example, what?
You're allowed to take any ticket for any reason. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
okay, so let's say
If
there's a medal and I cannot give medals because I'm only trial blood.
mhm.
Then I'd have to wait. Kahoot.it. Yeah, so I'm still allowed to take it, but I need to get another admin to give him the whitelist.
Yeah, so you would ask in admin chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd ask in admin chat that what you need help with.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. Sorry, just replying to a DM. Sub in. Alright. Okay. Let's go. Alright, we're good then. Alrighty. Noskin.
This is also a bit early.
It is, but I saw your thing.
No, you're good. It's justified. This
I thought
also
you
will
weren't
help
gonna
me
be here,
teach
so
A-Field. You're good. It'll teach A-Field about what I'm going to send him in about 5 seconds.
all right. It's good that you answered this. What the best way to teleport players would be. It would always be a little bit above the ground. That way they don't get stuck. You never want to do it too high in the air because they take damage. Directly on the surface of the ground because they might fall to the dupe. And then don't do it way behind the group. So good job. If you want to help the GM team EC, what should you be doing? Be attentive, listen for direction, and roleplay within the bounds of the GM set. Act like an ape and do what you want. Yep. You're going to be attentive, you're going to listen to the direction, and roleplay within the bounds that the GM has set in place for you. Good work. A recruit joins the server or another member of the staff team asks for help. What do you do? Ignore the recruit or call for help and hope another staff member gets it. If a staff member needs help, ignore it and help the recruit calls instead. Yep. You're going to attend to the recruit or assist the other staff member as soon as possible. That is the best thing to do. Never ignore cries for help or when there's a recruit on the server. A minge running around the server creates a ticket that says, I hate you. What do you do? Also, this is what got my Kahoot flagged, is the word minge. That's crazy. Claim and hold the ticket so the player stops making tickets. Claim and close the ticket, it's clearly a minge. Claim the ticket and TP to the player and handle the situation. Or claim the ticket and bring the player to the sit room and handle the situation. So the ticket says...
This feels like a trick question. It's between red, but at the same time hold the ticket. I'm just going to wing it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
So let me explain since you winged it there. You're always going to want... This is a vague ticket. I hate you. That's a vague ticket. You're always going to want to take that ticket to the sit room. So you're going to claim the ticket, you're going to bring the player to the sit room, and you're going to handle the situation. From there, you would just find out why they made the ticket. If it was just a stupid ticket, to be a stupid ticket, you verbal them for minging, and you send them back, and you start spectating them. But we don't take vague, like, we don't just claim and close vague tickets like this. I hate you. Clearly, it was a stupid ticket, but you still have to handle it either way.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, nah, it does.
Alrighty, cool. So, as a trial mod, which is your rank, you check logs and you see a player killed 7 people in 30 minutes and left the server. What do you do? So you're a trial mod, right? You check logs and you see a player killed 7 people. So this is mass RDM, right? What do you do in this situation? Yep. In staff chat, you're going to send pictures of the logs and the Steam ID requesting for a ban because they already had left the server. So in the event that they were still in the server and you logged on, you just woke up or something, you would jail, mute, and gag the player for 0 until someone who is on can ban. You would first ask in admin chat, hey, can anyone ban? No one answers. This is what you do. If someone needs to be banned, this needs to happen, okay? This is what you do. So just remember this if you're ever in that situation. So good work. You pull a player for ERP and during the sit they call you the N-word. What do you do? So are you going to ban the player for 2 weeks for racism, system warn the player for ERP and send them off, permaban the player because they hurt your feelings, or permaban the player for ERP plus racism? Let's say you could ban, right? Let's say you were able to ban. Look at your punishment guidelines and see what the proper punishment would be here.
Okay, now I'm getting stressed. Information.
You're fine.
Let's see.
This is just referring to your punishment guidelines, so you're just gonna see what the ban length for ERP plus racism would be. So this is right in the case of, yes, it was they did call you the N-word, right? But you originally pulled them for ERP. So if you refer to your punishment guidelines, if you scroll to the top, you'll see that the purple one, if there's 2 consecutive broken purple rules, it results in an immediate permaban. So they broke they broke the ERP first. That's what you pulled them for. and
Yeah,
then
no.
during the sit they called you the N-word. So that would be ERP plus racism.
Yeah, no, my bad. I forgot that ERP was purple and
No, you're good, man.
kind of stressed it. But yeah, no, I got it. I think I understand it now.
Makes sense. All right, this is going to be an open-ended question. There's a situation in which a player makes a ticket that says help. What do you do? So a player has made a ticket and it just says help. So just you're going to tell me what you're going to do in this situation. Just talk to me.
Well, what I would do in this
Mhm.
situation, I would, like, of course, claim it, go to the sit room, TP the. Well, help could mean anything because it could mean that they're stuck or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was a rough question. I'd say I'd just TP them to the sit room and ask them what's wrong, and then.
And that would be the correct thing to do. This help is a vague ticket. So what you would do in the situation, like what you were saying, you would take them to the sit room, you would
Yeah.
find out what they need help with, and help them accordingly, because they could be reporting an RDM, they could be stuck, it could be anything. You don't know because it just says help, right?
Yeah.
So this is what you would take to the sit room. Okay? So just gonna answer either of these two. I'll just get the question right. But good job. And yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. I was like, open-ended.
I'm gonna be
Hmm.
doing this better for my next class. Just like a little bit better of a layout
No, but no,
for this
this is
one.
fine.
Better layout.
Better
I like
layout.
this.
The one you were talking to me about, Rec. All right.
I know. I sent it to Dave.
So, Noskin, you see another player shooting deliberately at another player during an event. What do you do? So during an event, you see a player
Okay.
deliberately shooting another player. What do you do in this
Well,
situation?
I would. Okay, so I might be wrong, but I would go to the sit room. I would bring them there. I would inform them that they are committing RDM, which means attempted random deathmatch, and I would verbally abuse them. Verbally warn them. My bad.
Alright, yeah. You
That
wouldn't
sounded so
verbally
bad.
abuse them, but alright. So one thing you got wrong here, there's a key part.
Yeah.
This says during an event, right? We don't have a sit room on the event maps. It doesn't exist.
Okay. So
So
I
what
would
you
just go
do,
away from the group
yeah,
and
you
then
would fly somewhere far, far away from the event, somewhere where
yeah.
you're not going to be seen by anybody. You teleport the player, and like you said, you would verbally warn them for attempted random deathmatch, and you would continue to spectate them from there. Okay. And if it keeps occurring, you need to be able to identify malintent, right? Because sometimes it's an accident. We have Chester, right? Great example. Accidentally kills the entire server very often,
Yeah,
but
no,
he
I've
doesn't
seen that.
mean it. He just has overpowered weapons. Same thing with like a 101st. Let's say a 101st is shooting during an event, and a player with 5 health runs in front of his shots and dies. Was that RDM on his case, or was it not? You need to be able to identify that malintent.
Yeah, of
So
course, no.
yeah, that's where spectating comes into play, seeing where they're aiming, and just see if it's intentional.
And then I have a question. Am I
Yes.
allowed to use the spectate command, and what is the spectate command?
So the spectate command is !spectate, right? I have
Okay,
it. I
yeah,
have
and
it
then
like one of
just
my
team ID.
binded. Yeah. So you could spectate Steam ID, but usually what I'll do is I'll fly around and spectate, and if I see someone suspicious, I'll lock onto them, or
No,
I'll do the
okay.
!spectate Steam ID. Either way works, and I just watch them from there. Usually I'm been on the staff team for a while where I can sort of tell when a min just joined the server already.
Mhm.
Like their name's a dead giveaway, their profile picture could be a dead giveaway. You could kind of judge a little bit, and you can watch from there. But
Yeah.
you'll get that with experience. But yeah, good job. You can answer either of these questions. Good work. Alrighty. A player joins the server and has stated he will take down the server. What do you do? You're gonna clip it, take to sit, ban the player for as long as you can, and COC evidence. Take to a sit, ban the player for as long as you can, COC evidence. Clip the situation and keep it on standby just in case the player does actually do it. And for a trial mod and mod, clip, ask for help, If no help, jail, mute, and gag the player for 0 time. So there could be 2 right answers here, depending on your rank in staff.
Yeah. So since I can't ban people,
Just pick one or the other. Got like 10
okay.
seconds. Yep.
Okay, 10 seconds. I didn't
So
see that.
for people
Yes,
who,
it's either red if you are higher up and you are
yeah,
allowed to
so
ban, and then green if you can't.
perfect. Yep. So for your rank, you would get a clip of the situation. You always want to clip something like that, especially when it results in a permanent ban like that. Always need
Yeah,
to.
no,
So always have
I
metal
got you.
running. You're gonna ask for help in admin chat. If there is nobody to help you, you are going to jail, mute, and gag the player for 0 time. Do you understand what I mean by 0 time?
What? Yeah, for 0 time?
So if you
Uh,
understand what I mean by that, so I'm
you
gonna
put
put
0 and
0.
it is like
Yeah. So let's
maximum.
say
Uh,
jail.
have you been spectating Dylan?
So you see, no, this is just this is when I pulled him for the name changer, or not pulled him, but like
Yeah,
changed
okay.
his name. So you would just put 0 here. This is what you would put for indefinite. You're never gonna do
Okay,
this unless it's gonna be a ban situation, right? So that's
okay, I
when you
got you.
put 0. It's when that's that situation where there's literally no other staff member on to help you
Yeah,
ban this guy, and you need to take care of him, right? So that's when it would be 0. Any other
okay.
time, if it's like a normal jailing, it's the normal 15 minutes, 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, no, I got you.
So yeah, good job. And then if you could ban, you're gonna take it to a sit, ban the player for as long as you can, and COC the evidence up through staff chat.
Yep.
And lastly, what is the WARN format for mass RDM plus racism? So we have this one, which is MRDM, racism, perma, and then your name. This one where it's Steam ID, it's WARN, Steam ID, MRDM, racism, and your name. This one where it's WARN, Steam ID, MRDM plus racism, perma, cardboard. And then no system WARN is needed because it's a permanent ban. It won't come back. There's no point. But is there?
Okay. Okay, now I need to think. Well, no need because it's permaban. Well, okay, so red is automatically permaban, and fuck, it's.
It's red. And the reason
Oh,
being, you always system warn, even if it's a permanent ban. I know this is kind of not as tailored towards you, so I'll explain it. So it would
mhm.
be the first reason, the second reason, and an MRDM plus racism ban is an instant perma ban because remember, these are both purple rules right here. So
Isn't mass RDM red though?
it's
No,
purple.
that's mass random arrest.
Yeah, mass
Bruh.
random arrest is red.
Yeah, okay,
Um,
then it's my bad because I read the wrong thing again.
No, you're good. So MRDM plus racism, 2 purple rules. So that would result in a permanent ban, right?
Yeah,
So you would put the time for permanent, and then you put your name. And the reason being, I'll let you know, the reason being that you still warn for permanent bans, even though they're never coming back, is in case you fucked up the ban. So let's say this person actually only killed 3 people instead of 4, right? Well,
yeah,
that's not MRDM plus racism. That's just racism plus RDM times 3. So
yeah,
this would be invalid, but there needs to be record of everything you do. All right. So I know this
yeah, of
isn't kind
course.
of as tailored towards you yet, but in the future, or for anything you do, any system warn you do, even if it's incorrect, there still needs to be a record of it. Okay. So
Yeah,
just make
okay, I
sure you're
got you.
always dishing out the proper warnings for the punishments you're giving. So let's say minging, RDM, always the second offense is system warn, right? So you're always going to make sure you system warn after you give that verbal warning, right?
Yeah, okay, I got you.
So that's it. Next week's class, I'm going to be using Rex format. I think it's going to be a lot better formatted.
I like this. It was actually quite. It's called. Yeah, now my brain is not working, but it. I
Oh,
like this.
you did very well.
Be
For your
similar to
first
the format
class.
that happened today.
What's up, bro?
I said the format will be similar. It'd be more tailored to you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot better next week, I promise.
Okay, I got you. No, I believe so as well. But
But you did pretty good for your first week staff class. I'm not gonna lie. I thought some of those questions would trip you up, but you did pretty well. You referred to your punishment guidelines. I'd say my only feedback so far that I've been noticing, you need to take tickets to the sit room instead of always going to the player, right?
yeah, nah, I've done that. I don't know. I'm kinda. You'll have to understand. I'm new, so I'm scared to like fuck
No,
up.
no,
So
you're
I
good.
always just stress it, and I think that's my like weakness. That I stress it and I
here's-
don't read it properly.
Here's the thing. Maybe if that's your problem right now, maybe just take everything except TP tickets to the sit room until you start feeling comfortable of what you're reading.
Yeah,
But slow down, take time for what you're reading at the top left. If it's not a hey, I need a whitelist, or hey, I need a I'm stuck, you're always just gonna bring them to the sit room. If it's a stuck
yeah, okay,
ticket, you'll teleport to them, teleport them out of the other stuck player and go away. And whitelists, you could just teleport to the player, give the whitelist, and get out.
okay, I
So,
got you.
and then TP tickets during events, obviously. That's a TP to the group. And stuck tickets, those you would also teleport to the player. Like I said, get them unstuck. All right.
Yeah, okay,
Anything else? Anything else? You always take it to the sit room. Name
yeah,
changes, helps, anything that's vague, right? Does that make sense?
yeah. Nah, I understand.
Alrighty, perfect. Well, if you're good to go, if Rec or Aphil don't
Work.
have anything for you.
Nah, just take your time.
Yeah,
Take your
I
time,
will.
watch people do sets.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you
I
need
will.
experience, just watch, like Rex just said, watch more experienced members in the staff team take sits because they're doing it like that, and that's how you want to be eventually. You want to be able to do it like second nature. So
Yeah,
get experience. If you're unable to take that sit before another staff member did, spectate their sit. See
yeah,
how
okay,
they're
I
doing it.
will.
See how they're handling it.
Yeah. Oh
But
well.
with that, you're free to go. Again, DMs are always open. If you need anything, let me know. Any questions is not a stupid question. I
Okay, I
promise
will
you.
do my best to not ask stupid questions,
No,
and I will
no
not
questions.
verbally.
No,
Okay. Oh, I thought you
there's no
said.
dumb question.
There's no dumb questions. I want you to get things right.
Okay.
Even if you
Yeah.
feel like you're a little unsure about something, like, hey, I don't know, maybe this is this, always ask me. I promise
Okay.
I'm not going to get mad at you for DMing me over staff related things, ever.
Okay, I got you.
I want you to do the right thing. All right.
Yeah. Okay then. Perfect. Thank you so much for the help, and have a wonderful day.
Yep, you too. We'll see you later. My bad, Rec. I just saw your thing in command chat, and I thought
You're
you
good.
just
You
weren't
did
gonna be
what
here.
you thought was right. That's about